Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to Age of Empires 4. I have been waiting for this one to come out for a long time. I was a huge fan of the original Age of Empires and Age of Empires 2 back when those originally came out so very long ago. Not talking about the remasters here. And yeah, this will be the first RTS I've played in a very long time. Historically, it's been one of my favorite genres, so I'm really excited to get back into things here with Age of Empires 4. In this series, we'll be taking a look at the single-player campaign. We really want to learn everything we can about this game and the units and the factions so that we can start doing some other game types and maybe even dabble in PvP. We will see what happens. That's enough from me. Let's go ahead and jump right in here. And guys, we are going to start out by checking out the tutorial and making sure we learn all the basics and that we don't assume any knowledge from other games. And I also don't like to do a lot of research on games outside of learning through the game itself and learning from you guys. So that's how I prefer to do it. I want the game to teach me, I want to learn from experience, and any tips or tricks you guys have from your playthroughs, I would be happy to know.
Driven from their homes by armed invaders, a few hardy refugees faced the prospect of starting again. They would found a new village deep in the countryside.
Okay, new objective, establish your economy.
With a new settlement established, the first priority was locating a reliable food source. The simplest source was gathering from nature.
Let's do just that. Let's send our villagers out to gather berries. Gather 50 additional food, so that's going to take a little bit of time. Let's see, I can move around with my mouse. I like using the keyboard to navigate the map. Maybe we'll look in the options for a way to do that. It doesn't really look like there's any way to easily change it to be that way. Alright, let's try to work with it as it is for now. We can hit H to snap back to our town center. And what do we have going on down here? Here's our population, 3 out of 10, so we have a max capacity of 10 right now. Food, lumber, and gold down there in the bottom left. The health of our town center, how many hit points it has. Alright, objective complete.
With a healthy supply of food, the village could start to grow. To do so, it would need more hands to share the work.
Produce 5 additional villagers from the town center. Villager gathers wood, food, stone, and gold, builds and repairs buildings, and can repair siege engines and naval units. We can queue all 5 of those up at once, and we should be fine as far as our population goes.
Huh? Yeah.
If we hit the period button on the keyboard, that'll take us right to any villager who is not doing a task. Let's get them going over here.
Apple.
Okay, we can rotate our camera to any view that we want. I can hold down the Alt key and spin my mouse about.
The new workforce could now turn to the growing village's needs. First, they would build a mill near their food source, so villagers could drop off gathered berries more easily.
That seems like a good idea. Maybe we should build out here a little ways. Can we put multiple people on this building project, and will that make it go faster? It looks like it would go faster.
Next, the growing village would need wood to build with.
Gather some wood. Okay, let's look at these trees over here. We'll grab these two. Here, go back to town first, drop off what you have. And then go cut some trees. As they turn in their food here, I am going to send some more of them over to grab the trees and we'll get that going. We'll get you on trees.
Yes, Sammy and Dave.
It's nice that we can also get a breakout here on the bottom left how many villagers we have working at each resource, and we can select them by clicking.
The growing community now had a steady supply of lumber. To make wood collection easier, villagers could erect a lumber camp near the forest.
Alright, let's have them do that right over here. And we'll get a couple of them on it, assuming that it goes faster. There we go.
Thanks to the camp, villagers no longer needed to travel as far to drop off lumber. The village now required additional houses to support its growing population.
Sometimes these villagers fall asleep and we hit the period button, it'll select them and we have to tell them to get back on task. Okay, build 3 houses. How about you... You're sleeping on the job. How about you build a house? Maybe we build them down here close to the town center. Let's grab one more as well. We can get them working on multiple houses at once. There we go. That should do it. Let's get a nice look at our new houses here.
With additional housing in place, even more villagers could join the workforce. But a populous village would soon exhaust the natural food sources. To grow, the community needed dedicated farms.
Alright, we're gonna need farms. Build 3 farms. Let's have her do that. It looked like we kind of had some farms here. Maybe we could just grow right where these are at. Pretty simple. Happens pretty quickly. I guess learning the ideal placement of these structures is probably going to be something that we realize or learn over time. Right now it kind of makes sense just to keep them all pretty close to town. Alright, that is it. We've established our economy.
Farmers now kept the village well supplied.
Explore the wilderness.
Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Produce a scout. Okay, so we need a specific entity here. We don't use a villager for this. We're going to use a scout. Light melee cavalry. Lightly armed cavalry effective at exploring the world, hunting wildlife, and herding sheep. Able to see into stealth forest. High movement speed. Very weak in combat. Do we want to build 2 of them? Says to build 1. I'm going to go ahead and produce 2. I'm going to send 1 down here into the corner.
And see great distances, scouts were key to discovering new resources. The most important
we'll send
thing
the
for
other
a scout
over
to
here.
locate was a ready source of gold.
A ready source of gold. We need a gold vein. Doesn't look like we're finding one over in this corner. Let's have him scout a little ways up here. And we'll take this guy a little ways to the east.
Yes, sir. Coat leech.
Here we go, this looks likely. Alright, so we've got our gold vein.
To prevent having to haul ore large distances, expanding communities would establish a mining camp near the source of gold.
Alright, we need to build a mining camp. Let's grab a villager here. Take her all the way out here. And we'll do that.
Yes, sir.
We'll send the scouts out a little ways. Maybe we should have them... This looks like it's like protected by forest, doesn't it? I don't think anybody can get to us over here. I think we're mainly concerned with this one road. Alright, who else should we pull off of other
things? A well-placed
things?
camp ensured efficient gold mining.
We've only got the one doing food right now. Oh no, we have two on food. Let's put another one over here on gold. We do need to gather 50 gold. We have quite a bit of lumber, so I'm going to grab another one that was cutting down trees. I'm going to send them up to the gold mine. That'll put 3 villagers on the gold vein. Don't know if it's worth it to send our scouts out here. It looks like we have some walls. Walls that we can't really seem to do anything about.
With a good supply of gold, the village was becoming a large town.
Advance to the feudal age.
The signpost of this growth would be the construction of a large landmark.
Build a landmark. Okay, who wants to build us a landmark? You look like you do. Abbey of Kings heals all nearby out-of-combat units by 2 every 1.5 seconds. Okay, let's put it a little ways out of the way here. Maybe up against the nice scenic forest will be a nice place for it. And we'll wait for that to finish. That looks like it might take a while. Maybe we can put some more people on it. I don't want to pull off all of our food people, so let's send one of our loggers up here to help construct this thing. I also like when you're hovering over the building like this, it tells you how many villagers have been assigned to work on it. That's really cool. We're making short work of this forest over here, aren't we? This lady is sleeping on the job. Those berries, though, have been exhausted, so I should have her doing something else now. She could even build more farms if we needed more food, but I think we're okay for the time being. Alright, a new age begins.
With the landmark in place, the once sleepy village announced itself as a thriving feudal township. The townsfolk had been driven from their homes before, however. This time, they would defend themselves.
Learn to use spearmen.
The first step would be constructing a barracks for infantry.
Okay, let's do that. Let's prioritize constructing the barracks. Maybe we put the barracks also north of the town over this way?
Each timber fails.
Do we have any idle villagers? Doesn't seem like it. The base buildings all construct pretty quickly. I don't really ever feel the need to put multiple people on a normal building.
Once it had a barracks, the town could establish a standing force of soldiers. Simple infantrymen armed with spears were a common choice for these militias.
10 spearmen. Yeah, they're not kidding. They're not kidding around. They want a standing army. We need more food, so we are going to have to build some more farms here.
Each a worker.
Only one villager can work each farm. Okay, so we do have to have somebody working these. That's good to know. Let's take somebody from here and get them to work in a farm. We probably don't need all these people on gold right at this moment. And I'm going to take all these guys and we're going to put them out here with our scouts. I hope that's a good idea. I hope we don't get attacked from the west. Okay, now our food production is going back up. Send him out there with his fellows. We could probably just set the spawn point out there.
The town now had a militia and could look to reclaim the lands lost to invasion. The invaders had blocked the road north with a stout palisade. Although spears were of little use against these walls, the militia could burn down the obstacle with torches.
Okay, burn it down with torches. How are we doing that? Double left click a spearman to select all such units on the screen. Okay, that's fine. Press Control 1 to group them. Alright, Control 1. So they are now grouped up. And I can select them just by pressing the 1 key on the keyboard. Alright, they are torching the palisade. Not assuming my scouts are going to be helpful at all in this.
With the road open, the militia could now reclaim their lands in the north.
Attack the enemy cavalry encampment. Let's send our scouts forward.
The spearmen had to deal with a lone sentry.
Oh, okay. No, we're doing this now. How do we just go with attack here? There we go. So A for attack.
Advancing aggressively, the militia eliminated the enemy sentry.
I'm going to put our scouts in this group too.
The invaders had a small cavalry camp guarding the road, but the militia was ready to attack.
Eliminate the enemy horsemen. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna lose our scout here. Yep, he's down. Eliminate the enemy horsemen completed. Now we are burning the village.
Spears were highly effective against cavalry, allowing the militia to win the day. All that remained was to destroy the invaders' stables.
Once the building's on fire, it looks like it's going to keep taking damage over time on its own, maybe? Yeah, very slowly.
The invaders' cavalry post was destroyed, but other enemy positions awaited further up the road.
Okay.
Hostile archers defended the next camp, which would put spearmen at a disadvantage.
Right, so... does that mean that it's just going to be rough? We're going to be...
The township needed cavalry of its own to deal with this, and so would need to build stables. To deploy that cavalry quickly, the town needed to build their stables near the front lines.
Okay. Build 2 stables in the designated area. Let's grab a miner.
Fortunately, friendly villagers came out of hiding and joined the effort.
Oh, of course they did, because it's a tutorial, so yeah. Build 2 stables, alright. In the designated area, so anywhere in here. Want these guys to finish destroying the rest of these buildings, I think.
That's sola bel tempered. Yes, what do? Eat your worker.
Figured that it won't hurt to have another barracks out here too.
Fair enough. Yes, sir.
With stables in place, the town could field horsemen of its own.
Okay, so if we double-click a structure, we will select all the structures. Right-click to set a gathering point where the horsemen will gather. Yep, that's fine. They can gather there. Repeatedly click. Yep, we figured that out. So these guys are going to stay group 1, and I think that our cavalry is going to be a separate group. These guys here could probably be best served by going back and, you know, they could work on gold. They could work on basically anything. We could take some of these people. We have a couple of farms that are not being worked. We need to remedy that. We've got a sleeper up here just kind of hanging out. I wonder what affects why they sleep, if it's just like a time of day thing or what exactly that's about. Alright, we need 15 horsemen, so we're going to need quite a few more. Right now, though, we just don't have the food, so yeah, we do need to get those peasants working on those farms. That's going to be essential. Maybe even taking some people and building some more farms. And having them work those. Yeah, so by default, they'll go ahead and they'll start working the farm they make. So food is going to be one of our most important resources if we want to keep building units. We don't spend gold that quickly yet.
Yes, sir. Where's the holler? It's timber Theos.
Alright, let's go back and see what else we can do now. Only one more. Yeah, they take 110 food and 10 wood, so it takes quite a bit of food to make one cavalry unit. Music in this is really good. I think I want to turn that up a little bit so you guys can hear it. Let me know about the sound settings. If anything is too loud or too quiet, we can get that adjusted. Yeah, now I feel like we probably should have been focusing food a lot more. Maybe we could take a couple of guys from up here, bring them down here. Oh, you're a spearman. What are you doing? You need to go away. You guys need to come down here and start farming, please. I'm assuming they can walk right through the adjoining fields, no problem, right? Alright, only 4 more to go. Shouldn't take too much longer to get that food up. We did make a lot. We got a lot of gold, and we clearly were never going to need that much gold here. That was where we went wrong. I think having 2 guys on this right now is probably fine. Houses increase population. Okay, yeah, we need to do that, apparently. Let's have him do it over here. Is that going to hold us back? Probably. Yeah, we need to make this last guy. That'll be 15 out of 15. After he builds this house, I'm gonna get him on another house, just in case we need it.
The town now had a rapid light cavalry, skilled at harassing slower targets, such as archers.
Eliminate the enemy archers. Okay, all of you guys, we're gonna do control 2. You are now my group 2. Let's move the spearmen up a little bit. Get them into position. They're going to move a little bit slower. And then we'll bring the cavalry around them. Okay, they got a little distracted. They wanted to burn the enemy farms because, you know, why wouldn't they? A little bit distracted. Let's move them up here. Alright, I want our spearmen to move up. Basically want them just moving right behind us. I'm gonna send these guys in. And then we'll send the spearmen right in after. Alright, and I guess now we let them do their thing.
Cavalry eliminated the enemy archers and moved on to destroying the archery range itself.
Yes, they did. Alright, back on the home front, we were being prompted that we need some more wood. Yeah, we have nobody gathering wood right now. Let's grab one of these guys. We will move him down here.
The invaders' archers in their camp were destroyed. A final enemy emplacement remained, one fortified with palisades and defended by spearmen.
Attack the enemy infantry encampment.
To deal with this target, the town would need longbowmen. First, they needed to build archery ranges
Of
in
course.
the area regained from the invaders.
Do we get lucky with peasants again? Or are we going to be moving our own peasants?
Once more, friendly villagers arrived to help.
Oh, good. Friendly villagers. How convenient.
And your work, eh? Each timber Theos.
If we build it here, good. It destroys the old buildings.
And your work, eh? Ik will do it.
This guy down here needs to start chopping wood.
What's that faith, eh?
We need to build 3 archery ranges. Yeah, we don't nearly have enough wood for that yet. Now we have a lot of food, so maybe now we need to pull some people off of food and put them on wood. There we go. That should do it. Get them working. And how much do we need? We need 150. We've got 4 people. I'm tempted to pull this guy off as well. We don't really need any more gold right now. So I'm going to send him down here. Yeah, it takes them a little while to gather their 10 and to head back. I could probably even send one of these guys down here. We don't exactly need him up there, do we? Alright, let's get another one going. Right there will do. And we'll send this 3rd guy down here to collect more wood as well. It's probably not going to get there in time to where we can actually use him, but... Where is it going to send us next? That's the question. We can kind of move our units out a little ways here. Not accessible, so we can't move any further, maybe. Yeah, it's not letting us move any further than that. Alright, let's get the last of the archery ranges going here.
With several archery ranges in place, the town could add longbowmen to its forces.
Yeah, we have to build 20 longbowmen, so we are going to need a lot of wood still. We'll set the rally point right out here. Yeah, I'm glad we moved all those guys down to work on the wood. That was a good choice. We could probably even send our last guy here. Let's have him go down as well. We don't need him up there, so... I'm gonna move our spearmen in here to take care of this last building so our archers can kind of relax a little bit. They don't have to feel so stressed out. I like how when they're idle, when they're not attacking, they form up into ranks when they're in a group. That's really awesome.
A strong force of archers could eliminate enemy spearmen at a distance, so long as they took the proper position.
We need to set them up on a cliff top. Kind of hoping they get there without aggroing anybody. I am going to move our other units up. Let's keep these guys poised down here where they can rush right in.
Poised on a cliff top, the longbowmen would be protected from an infantry charge.
Let's try to meet them right here. There we go. We want to pull them in range of our archers.
The last of the invaders fell to the resurgent homegrown population. Now that their lands were free of enemies, the town could take the next step in its growth and become a powerful medieval city. Here too, the erection of a great landmark would be the signpost of this growth.
Okay, we need to build a second landmark. We also need more houses because, yeah, we've been building a lot of units.
And your worker heading off.
The White Tower acts as a keep with all the behaviors, technology, and bonuses. Where do we want to build this? Should we be building this out here?
Yes, sir. West through half each again.
What surface, eh? Need your work,
I think maybe I want to build this up there. That probably seems like a good idea. Maybe it doesn't matter. Let's do another house. We could even build it back here. Just seems like maybe it's meant to be up here. Yeah, we're gonna do it here. It's going to take a minute to get our peasant up there, but I feel like that is going to work best. Everything looks good as far as resources. We might be good on our population pretty soon. I don't know how many more units we're going to build, but probably won't be much over 100, I wouldn't think.
There you were.
Let's do another one back here. Yeah, it does take them quite some time to navigate the map. Guys, usually I'm going to aim for these episodes to be like 45 minutes or so, depending on what exactly we are working on. This one is probably going to be a little bit longer, so I would like to get through the tutorial stuff so we can get into the campaign proper. Once again here, I think I'm going to move our guys out of the walled area. We'll get them going a little bit to the east. We'll kind of tuck our archers away in the trees here.
Yes, sir. West through Harlem.
She got there and then she fell asleep. That's interesting behavior. You'd think we could repurpose the buildings or something like that, like convert them to us, but let's just make our guys happy and let them destroy everything. Seems like they're fine with that, it's what they're into. Getting close here. I get the feeling that for landmarks, it's the time that it's really useful to have more than one peasant building it.
Yaru to work.
Excuse me, they're not a peasant, they are a villager.
Where a few lowly refugees had founded a small village, now rose a mighty city. From there would grow an empire.
Oh, that's it. Okay. For some reason I thought there might be like another stage to that. But that was all that it wanted us to learn. Okay, perfect. So from there we can jump right into the single player campaign. I think I will end this episode here though with just the tutorial. And you guys can let me know what you think so far. I'd love to hear from you if you're playing the game. No spoilers or anything like that, but yeah, just tell me about your experiences. And thank you so much for joining me today. We will have many more Age of Empires videos coming really soon. So if you liked the video today, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel to see more content. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again really soon. Bye now.